creating your future, and how a simple goal setting strategy can help you build the business of your dreams. Goals create your future. Without goals, you're leaving your future to chance. Where will you end up if you don't know where you're going? Setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible. How I, Brian Finale, I'm one of the MLSP co-founders here, how I used goal setting, mental rehearsal, emotional triggers, mental programming, and neural conditioning to build a 7-figure business, and how you can too. I wrote this to myself on March 24th, 2006. This is a check for $1 million written to me, from me, that I would cash in 2009, 3 years. This is a 3-year, 7-figure goal that I wrote back in 2006. Not even a month later, I reinforced this goal by writing this out even further. By March 24th, 2009, I'm a millionaire. I can cash the check I wrote to myself 3.5 years ago. I'm financially free and own my beautiful beach mansion. I spend my days with my family and friends. My kids will never see daycare. I'm extremely happy and life gets better every day. I realize now that I could have lived this life whenever I wanted. I just didn't make the decision to create it. People are irresistibly attracted to me. I can do and succeed at whatever I desire. I created this. This is my reality. So I wrote the check, and then I wrote this out about a month later, all for one goal that I had, a 3-year goal to hit and have a 7-figure business in 3 years, coming from nothing. And then this happened 3 years later, March 2009, literally to the exact date that I had envisioned, meditated on, and set my goal. This is just one of the businesses I had at the time. This doesn't include network marketing income and all sorts of affiliate products and all sorts of good stuff. $962,009.13 was literally what one of my businesses did up to March 2009. Very, very interesting, huh? Integrity. Now, I couldn't go cash the check that I wrote there in the top left because I didn't physically have $1 million in my bank account yet, but did it work? I mean, my goodness, I'm a broke bartender, musician, earning less than $2,000 a month. Now, fast forward to March 2009, okay, the last 7 months of this 3-year goal where I'm going to build a 7-figure business, literally did just under 7 figures with just one of my businesses. I literally had zero idea how I was going to do it when I wrote it down back in 2006 as a broke musician. How is that possible? That's what we're going to get into. So what really happened? Well, you and I, we must agree on the following 3 things before moving forward. There's a couple of laws. Universal law number 1, thoughts become things. Universal law number 2, all potentials exist. And universal law number 3, everything is energy. What we want has a certain frequency, and if we can match our frequency with its frequency, watch out, because it will find you. And there are countless scientific studies now that prove all 3 laws above here are absolutely real. Are you ready for the secrets? My secret is constant focus, goal setting, mental rehearsal, emotional triggers, mental programming, and neural conditioning. Remember that with nearly 7 months left of my 3-year goal, I was nowhere near my goal. So what did I do? How did this happen? Let me tell you. Now, I created the future in advance with this goal. With goals, we create the future, if done properly. I made my body, my mind, and my brain look as if the event had already happened. The body and the mind can't tell the difference. It's the same emotions elicited chemically and neurologically as if the event were physically happening or if it were just happening in your mind's eye. I made thought become more real than any and all of my current circumstances, and I biochemically, physiologically, and neurologically became a different person, one that in my mind had already achieved the goal. Now, I don't want you to say that I've already heard this goal stuff before. If you had that thought, stop it. Stay with me. This is important. Most people want X and then they will feel Y. Now, that's backwards. Really, that's the old model. It is cause and effect versus cause and effect. Where people will, once the bank account has $1 million in it, then I'll feel grateful, then I'll feel wealthy, then I'll feel abundant. Well, if you're stuck in that old model, it's never going to happen. We need to think above that, and we need to cause and effect. Be at cause versus be at the effect of our reality. You must get your body and brain ahead of the event. You must become that person now, and it can be challenging. Trust me, I know what it means to be broke. I know what it feels like to be broke. You must think and be greater than your circumstances and your external environment. Let's play a game before we talk about how we're going to make this real for you. Okay, we're going to go pretty quickly now. I want you to print out the PDF attached with this step because it will take you by the hand here. But step 1, I want you to write out, what do you want? Write down one 90-day goal in the present tense. For example, my business is, my life is, I am, etc. And put a date to it just like I did. I can only teach you what I personally did to build a 7-figure business in 3 years. By X date, I'm a blank, $5,000 a month earner, and I get 20 plus leads a day. By X date, I've already helped 10 people earn their first $100 per month online. By X date, I'm 20 pounds lighter. And really just let your pen write, let it flow. And then step 2, why do you want it? I mean the real why. This is the fuel, because this will allow me to quit my job and be at home with my family, because I want to show people a better way and help them be free, because I want to have the energy to play with my 3-year-old. Whatever it is to you, but really get clear, not just on what you want, but why you want it. That's the goods that will get you through the trials and the tribulations. And very important here, step number 3, who must you be and who must you avoid being in order to reach this goal? How would this person act, talk, walk, treat others, think, be? Okay, and just as important is how would this person not act, talk, walk, and treat others, think, and be, and really become conscious of who and what triggers this person and stop it, the one you want to avoid being, and write it down, because the first step to taking your power back is really becoming conscious of your feelings and emotions. And step number 4, how could you get it? Do not get too hung up on this step. Yes, I am very pragmatic, and chunking down a goal is necessary to a degree, but if I had to know every single detail about my goal, I never would have had this goal in the first place. $1 million business from a $2,000 a month musician, bartender. I mean, come on, dream big, get inspired. If your conscious knew exactly how, you would already have it. Now is the time to tap into your unconscious, infinite intelligence, and let the miracles happen. It's important that you print out the PDF attached to this step. It will guide you in putting pen to paper and writing these goals now. Now, after you write out your goals with the attached PDF, just a couple quick things to help you accomplish your goals. This is a big deal. Make this fun. It's a game to create your destiny. Every single day, at least 10 minutes or 1 hour, that's what I personally do, flooding your body and brain with emotions like gratitude that you would feel when you achieve the goals that you write down. This is about you. Memorize this emotion so you can call on it at any time. Very first part of your day, decide who you're going to be and who you're not going to be. The very first thoughts of your day are probably going to be that old programming as you start to do this, but you will get better and better, and done properly, you will get out of your chair a different person. You'll make new neural connections. You'll have a new physiology, a new biochemistry, a new frequency. Repetition, conditioning, become the person now. 10 minutes a day of doing this visualization, meditation, mental rehearsal, whatever you want to call it. Put an anchor in your pocket. That's what I personally did. On your keychain, in your purse. Feel it always. Remember that check? That was on me. That $1 million check was in my wallet. Every time I touched my pocket, my wallet, I would feel these feelings. It'd be at the forefront. Put sticky notes everywhere. Car, mirror, office. Feel it. The goal. Having accomplished the goal always. When you are not consciously engaged with someone or something, you should be 100% always constantly thinking about and focusing on the goal and the feeling of having already achieved it. It's possible, my friend. A lot can happen when you commit, believe, and become the person now through daily mental rehearsal. As you are probably feeling now, MLSP is not just some system. MLSP will change your life. Pray not for your prayers to be answered. Pray as if your prayers are already answered. Kind of sums up this whole step here, this whole module by my friend Dr. Joe Dispenza. Write out at least one 90-day goal. Just follow the steps, the simple steps in the PDF attached in this module. This is exciting. We are creating a new you. You are about to get results. Feel that. Believe in the process, and I will see you in the next step.